Millions of people are extremely concerned about Social Security because of what I just posted earlier on today. Now, I want to explain what's going on, how this one article and what it said about a potential interruption of benefits, how this is causing many people to panic. Ever since the video that I published just this morning, I've received dozens of emails, many comments on that video alone, wondering what is going to happen. So I want to explain it in more in depth so you understand what we are likely facing in the very near future. And according to one person, they are saying these interruption of benefits could happen within the next 30 to 90 days. So if you are currently collecting Social Security benefits or you are looking into them, well, you need to stick around and watch this entire video. And I'll explain exactly what is going on. But before I get there, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So let's get right to the article that I showed and discussed earlier on this morning. It's this one. It says Social Security has never missed a payment. Doge's actions threaten interruption of benefits, according to an ex-agency head. Now, I want to read you what he is saying. This is coming from Martin O'Malley. But the reason why I'm showing you this is because there are so many other things that are happening behind the scenes that we do not even know. Okay, look at this right here. It says, the recent actions of the U.S. Social Security Administration by Elon Musk's so-called Doge or Department of Government Efficiency are putting monthly benefit checks for more than 72.5 million Americans at risk. This is coming from the former commissioner, Martin O'Malley. He says right here, ultimately, you're going to see the system collapse and an interruption of benefits. I believe you will see that within 30 to 90 days. Now, what is he talking about with the system? Well, that's what I want to read to you. Okay? This is so important. Look at this. It says right here, Martin O'Malley said Doge's leaders are now making changes at the agency and significant staff cuts have already led to a system outage. So we are seeing system outages at the Social Security Administration, which could delay checks from going out. It could delay decisions as far as who's going to receive a check, right? Or if there's any changes to the amount, well, we could see delays there. There will be interruptions. Look at this. It says those intermittent IT outages may happen more frequently and for more extended periods of time until there is a system collapse and an interruption of benefits. Once we see a collapse and an interruption of benefits, there will likely be some type of reform. There will be something that will be done to ensure it doesn't continue to happen in the same manner. Now, I want to show you this as well. The Social Security Administration is aiming to cut about 7,000 jobs. This is prompting fears of customer service impact. Now, I talked about this earlier on this week that we are going to see changes to the Social Security Administration, and it is going to be imminent. But why? Why are these changes happening now? Well, look at this. I want to read this to you. It says, we're at a 50-year staffing low and we're serving the highest number of beneficiaries we've ever had in the history of this agency. It says all of this will be adversely undermine the ability of Social Security Administration to fulfill its responsibilities to the American people for the provision of Social Security benefits. The problem that Social Security has faced is that we are still using outdated systems. We need money to give to the Social Security Administration so that they can update their infrastructure. They can use AI, they can bring in the proper systems and the right tools so that we don't have to employ, 100,000 people. Now, that is the best case scenario. But according to experts, They say, in order to save Social Security in the future, changes must be made now. But these changes are likely going to hurt millions of people temporarily. Now, keep this in mind. When they say this, they're not saying that, okay, we're going to cut millions of people off of their benefits that they have earned and paid into over the past 30 or 40 years. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is we need to make changes. These changes that we make likely going to go to the infrastructure and the IT departments. These changes are they're not going to be without any error. There's going to be a learning curve in there. And if we don't have the people to run them and to make the changes, that's where we're going to see issues. So according to this one expert, he is saying that what the Trump administration should do is hire more Social Security Administration workers. Hire more workers temporarily. It'll be on for like 3 to 6 months. And in the meantime, while we have more workers and we're kind of clawing at our pretty much all the backlog of cases, while we're doing that, then we can adjust and change the infrastructure and update the systems. Another expert also says, and they believe, seeing some payments get delayed today would be much better than seeing 72 plus million payments experience a 22% cut in 9 years. So what they're saying is we need to do this today, or else if we try to do it in 9 years, when this massive cut is underway, well, we're going to have bigger problems. I want to show you this as well, though. It says Social Security was already dealing with backlogs. Employees warn job cuts could worsen services. Now, according to a few people that I've talked to over the past several weeks that all work for the Social Security Administration, they are saying that they are swamped. Their day is just packed from case to case to case all throughout the day. They hardly get a break, and their lunch is usually going over another case, which they're not supposed to do. I want to read this to you. It says the Social Security Administration workers are warning that the Trump administration's plan to significantly shrink the agency could cause chaos and hinder their ability to provide services to the millions of retirees, disabled people, and other Americans who rely on the program. Right now, just to get Social Security disability, I believe they're like 270 days behind. That means if you were to apply today, you have to wait almost an entire year to get an answer. That's crazy. So somebody that needs this money today is going to have to wait roughly 270 days to get an answer as to whether or not they are going to get any money for Social Security. That's crazy. How could anybody live like that? Now, I want to show you this. It says cuts come amid boomers turning peak 65. It says the Social Security Administration on Thursday sent an email to all employees stating that the agency would soon undergo a restructuring, including significant workforce reduction. On Friday, the agency said it plans to trim staffing to 50,000 workers, down from its current level of about 57,000 workers. Okay. It says the agency is also offering financial incentives ranging as high as $25,000 to some employees who choose to voluntarily resign. Goes on to say, the agency's workforce cuts comes as the ranks of Americans receiving Social Security benefits have swelled to an all-time high, largely due to the aging baby boomer population. The average of about 11,000 boomers are set to turn 65 each day through 2027. This is huge. I want to read you this one as well. It says that demographic called Peak 65 is causing major economic and societal changes with Social Security on the receiving end. Since 2014, the number of retired workers and their dependents receiving Social Security payments has surged by almost 30%, reaching 54 million people as of last year. Yeah, this is huge. So the fact that what Doge is doing right now, and where we could potentially see these layoffs are going to hurt the Social Security Administration, which could impact Social Security recipients. It's troubling, but according to multiple experts, this is something that should have been done years ago. This should have been done years ago before we knew we were getting into the peak 65. Before we had 11,000 baby boomers claiming Social Security benefits each day. This move should have been done in the previous administrations. And I'm not just talking about last 4 years. This should have been done under the initial Trump administration. But again, the Trump administration in its final year had a massive issue to deal with, had to deal with the pandemic. The Biden administration in its first 2 years had to deal with the same thing. So some are saying that this should have been done under the previous administration, which was the Obama and Biden administration. So yeah, there's some changes that need to be made. Many are saying that it's just long overdue, which means the pain is going to be more painful and it's going to take a little bit longer. So just wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of people were questioning, does this mean I'm not going to receive my monthly benefit check? No. What it means is even though some people that are currently claiming benefits may have to wait a little bit longer to get approved, those that currently have their benefits, they are automated to go right to their bank account. You should be good, but in the event things get extremely bad, then yes, you may see interruptions in your benefits as well. But according to experts, this likely wouldn't be until like the third or fourth quarter of 2025. So you still got a little bit of time there, but according to Martin O'Malley, do what you can and start saving now. So as we get any more information on this, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we get it, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.